What is up, guys, and welcome back for Week 10 of the DTC Draft League Season 3 B-League. Yes, that is a mouthful. I'm your man, MetaMech, coach of the Miami Heatran, and the Miami Heatran here in Week 10 are sitting at a 7-2 record, going up against my man, my Hawaiian homie, aka Brother Cahoots. Link for his channel will be down in the description below, so make sure you go share the love with that man. Watch his side of the battle. I know it's going to be epic. We are both neck and neck in the Sun Division, fighting for our playoff lives. This is going to be an epic battle. It's extremely exciting, and hopefully you guys are as excited as I am. And if you are, you know what to do. Hit that like button. So, of course, you already know. We're going to be doing a little team preview here, if you will. Go ahead and show you guys his team. It's actually a pretty good team. Let me go ahead and do this. Bam! Okay, so he's got Mimikyu. Him and Mimikyu go everywhere hand in hand. They're like each other's best friends. I swear he always ends up with Mimikyu. Mimikyu obviously is a real threat. Ghost and Fairy typing. If you don't know, you won't know. Mimikyu has the disguise ability, so the first time you hit it with a damaging move, it's not going to take the damage into effect, but then it will break its disguise, and then it will, lose 12% of its health or 8% of its health, something like that, I think. So, essentially, it almost gets like a free substitute for damage. Like, you can still, put status on it, things like that, but you can't damage it while it's in its disguised form. But still, real threat. Gets priority Shadow Sneak, gets Swords Dance. It is one of his Z captains, and I absolutely know that this man would love to use his Ghost DMZ to take out our Solgaleo if we bring Solgaleo to the battle. Am I right? Wink, wink. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I'm feeling good. But yeah, Mimikyu, real threat. Shadow Sneak, Play Rough, Shadow Claw, and Swords Dance, substitute. He's been running a lot of substitute sets lately, so that is something we got to keep in mind. But we're going to move on from Mimikyu, the Ghost and Fairy type. We're going to go on to Rayquaza, another very scary mon that this man has at his disposal. 95 base speed, so it's got a pretty solid speed tier, and it's got like 150 base attack, 150 base special attack. It's absolutely crazy. This thing can be physical, it can be special. He likes to choice it. It could be choice Scar, choice Spec, choice Band. This thing is a real threat, and you better take it seriously. You better have ways to take it down. And if not, it's going to be a rough outing for you, because Rayquaza is nothing to be taken lightly. Dragon and Flying type, and like I said, you can make it physical or special, and it can really put in a lot of work in many different ways. Next up, he's got Metagross. Yes, that is correct. Our channel mascot here, all the way back at the beginning of the DTC. He drafted after me in the very first round. He said I sniped him. He said Solgaleo, the Steel and Psychic type, was going to be his first selection for his round 1 pick. And I sniped him because I went ahead of him. I didn't know he was going to pick it. I just picked it. And so he was like, you know what? I'm going to go with a different Steel and Psychic type. I'm going to use your channel mascot, and I'm going to try and put in some work with it. Maybe he brings it to the battle to try and put in work against us. I wouldn't put it past him. How big of a baller move would that be to bring your opponent's mascot to the battle and put in a lot of work with it? So I definitely wouldn't put it past him, man. Steel and Psychic type, very strong physical attack and physical defense. And it doesn't have the best speed, but you can, obviously you can choice Scarf it, you can choice Band it. It gets priority Bullet Punch, so it gets Meteor Mash, which can raise its attack. It gets Earthquake. It is a very scary mon, and I think it might even get a lot of the elemental punches. I'm going to have to look into that real quick before the battle starts, so I'm 100% sure about that. But yeah, definitely don't want to take Metagross lightly. Steel and Psychic type, come on, it's my mascot. Of course you don't want to take it lightly. But next up, he's got a potential Sticky Webs setter in Vikavolt. The Bug and Electric type, it does have Levitate ability, so we can't hit it with ground type moves, which are neutral because the Bug typing resists ground, so it's not like a big detriment because it's already neutral anyway, but still, it is immune to ground, something we got to keep in mind, and it does potentially set up Sticky Webs. So that is something we definitely have to keep in mind. If you guys missed our battle last week, Sticky Webs was a real problem for us in that battle. So I could definitely see him potentially bringing it to the battle to, because we got a lot of mons around the same speed, and that Sticky Web speed control could be really huge. I definitely could see him doing that. It is 1 base speed higher than Araquanid, I'm pretty sure. As a matter of fact, I can check that right now. I'm pretty sure Araquanid is base 42 speed, and where is it? Vikavolt is base 43. Yes, Exactly right. So it is 1 base speed higher than Araquanid if he max speeds it, which if he does bring it, hopefully he plans on me potentially bringing a Araquanid with max speed, so he max speeds his own. We'll see what happens with that. He definitely could bring it, and he's got monstrous special attacks, so nothing to take lightly. You know, obviously stab electric type moves, stab bug type moves. He learns energy ball, and obviously hidden powers is in this generation, so nothing to scoff at. Definitely don't want to take this thing's special attacking capabilities lightly. Next up, he's got Crocodile. Crocodile and me have a history, guys. In my previous draft league, the first draft league I ever did, the SSL, the opponent that I lost to in the regular season was the only battle I lost in the regular season. And then I lost the finals battle against the same opponent who brought a Crocodile to both battles. Crocodile was putting a lot of work against me in my quote-unquote professional career, and I would like nothing more than to win this battle and shut out my Crocodile demons, if you guys know what I'm saying. But it is a very powerful Mon, and it is pretty speedy with base 92 speed, and it gets a lot of good abilities. It gets Anger Point, it gets Intimidate, it gets Moxie, which are all really good abilities. It gets obviously Stab Knockoff, which is really good against my team, and it gets Stab Ground type moves, which also is really good against my team. So nothing to scoff at here. A very, very big threat, and Crocodile obviously is also a Stealth Rocks user. Next up, he's got Mr. Rhyme, these Ice and Psychic type, who is pretty cool. It's not the fastest Mon, but it does get access to Rapid Spin. It does get access to screens, and it can get its signature abilities like Screen Cleaner. If we try to set up screens, then he can bring in Mr. Rhyme. Boom, those screens are gone. And it does get, obviously, Stab Ice-type moves, which are also really good against my team. It might get Freeze Dry as well, which is a problem for Araquanid if we do bring Araquanid to this battle. And it's just a real problem. It's got really high special attack, really high special defense, and it doesn't have the best speed, but he has been known to potentially Choice Scarf his slower Mon. So I would not be surprised if he does bring Mr. Rhyme to see a Choice Scarf Mr. Rhyme. And obviously it gets Magic Coat if we try to, you know, set up hazards, or we try to put status on it or something like that. I can definitely see that coming as well. A very good utility Mon you can do with Mr. Rhyme. Next up, he's got Lapras, who has put in a lot of work for him this season. Speaking of Mons that he likes to Choice Scarf, Lapras is one of them. I have seen him Choice Scarf Lapras a lot of times. I would not be surprised to see a Choice Scarf Lapras come to our battle. I know this one gets Freeze Dry, so that is something we have to keep in mind. And Ice again goes in on our team. And actually, Lapras can be a physical or a special attacker. Most of the time it's special attacker, but I actually didn't know this. Both its physical and special attack are both base 85. So it can really be made either way. For some reason, this thing gets Drill Run, which can hit a lot of our team for super effective, which is crazy. And then its Water and Ice type moves are both very strong. And it's also very, very bulky. It's got a high HP stat, so it can live moves that it otherwise normally shouldn't. Maybe if a different Mon with lower HP stat or lower defenses. So nothing to scoff at here in Lapras. And also it gets like Curse, it gets Dragon Dance, it gets a lot of crazy moves in Lapras, and it gets Ice Shard, which is a priority move, another thing we have to keep in mind. So Lapras is a very, very good low-tier Mon that he has put in a lot of work with this season. Next up, another huge, huge threat that this man has is Mega Charizard X. This reminds me a lot of our battle against, I think it was Doncho, who had the Darmanitan, who I was really, really scared about because, again, we don't really have a good Fire-type switch-in. We really, really don't, other than Araquanid's our best one, which does resist, thankfully, to its Water Bubble ability. But outside of that, it doesn't have the best physical defense, and then Mega Charizard X does get things like Thunder Punch and stuff, so Mega Charizard X is a tough matchup for our team. It's base 100 speed, so it does outspeed Solgaleo, it does outspeed Gliscor, it does outspeed Obstagoon, it outspeeds a lot of our team. It's a speed tie with Comfey if we bring Comfey, and if we max speed Comfey. So Mega Charizard X is a real, real threat. Our saving grace with Mega Charizard X is the fact that obviously it's a Mega Pokemon, so it has to hold its Mega Stone. So it cannot be Choice Scarf, so we can use that to our advantage. We know potentially if we bring Choice Scarf Mons, we will outspeed it. Zeraora will outspeed it if we bring Zeraora, of course that is. So that is the one good thing about Mega Pokemon. We know what its item is going to be, so that takes a lot of guesswork out there. But still, nobody on our team really wants to take a Flare Blitz in this thing, and then potentially a Thunder Punch or whatever like that. So real threat. Gets Earthquake as well for coverage, so it's a real problem. I mean, once he Mega Evolves, he does lose his flying typing, and he is able to be hit by Earthquake, which is pretty cool as well. So a lot we got to keep in mind here with this thing, and obviously I'm pretty sure it gets Dragon Dance, so Mega Charizard X, real threat. So we definitely cannot take it lightly. Next up, he's got Chestnut, the bulky physical wall himself, the grass and fighting type Pokemon. I can definitely see him bringing this and putting in a lot of work with it. It is very bulky. Its defenses are absolutely insane. So it's just a real monster, and you don't want to mess around with this thing. And it gets Drain Punch, it gets Toxic, he gets Leech Seed, I'm pretty sure, Spiky Shield, so if you're using a contact move, it's going to damage you when you try to attack him. So Chestnut is a real potential problem, put in a lot of work, and something we have to, obviously, as always, keep in mind. I have seen him put in work with Chestnut this season, so I will not be surprised to see him bring it and put in work here against us, hopefully not. But yeah, Grass and Fighting type, gets Drain Punch, gets obviously Stab Grass, Stab, Fighting type moves, it gets Poison Jab, I know, and then Spiky Shield, things like that, Leech Seed, so just a Synthesis as well, I know. So this thing could be a real problem. Next up, Ditto. What more can I say about Ditto? Because it's literally my mons that I bring to the battle. So just, if you don't know Ditto, Imposter ability can be literally anything. Whatever mon we bring out, he throws it in. It copies all of our stats, including our stat changes. So if we try to set up with something, he throws in Ditto. Now he is equally set up with Ditto. So Ditto's a real problem, and that's something we definitely have to keep in mind. Could be very problematic for us if we don't have a good way to take it down. And I could definitely see him bringing it as well, because it's really hard to go wrong with Ditto, because it is whatever your opponent is. So if that mon doesn't have a good way to take out a clone of it, it can put in a lot of work, if you know what I'm saying. And then last but definitely not least, he's got Alchemy, the pure fairy type. Now, obviously, if I didn't say Lapras is water and ice, and Mega Charizard X is fire and flying, then becomes fire dragon when it Mega Evolves, Ditto's normal type. And then lastly is Alchemy, the pure fairy type. Now, interesting thing about Alchemy here, before I picked Comfey in our draft, in the draft of this league, I was going back and forth between Comfey and Alchemy, and I was a little bit undecided, and I talked to some other people. I ultimately, obviously, ended up going with Comfey, so I could have had Alchemy on my team. And then I could have potentially sniped Goots again. Would he have taken Comfey or something else, a different fairy type? Who knows? But Alchemy does, I think, is a cleric. I think it gets, Heal Bell, Aromatherapy. I think it can get Wish as well. I honestly don't know its full moveset. But obviously I know it gets Acid Armor. It's got really high special defense. It's got nice special attack. It does get Recover. I do know that for a fact. It's not the fastest mon, but it is decently bulky. And you can definitely put in some work with this thing. I definitely would not be surprised to see him put in work in this thing. I don't know if he's brought it to any battle this season, but that would be just like this man, to not bring it all and then bring it in the last battle. But that is his team. He's got a pretty cool team, very threatening team. Like I said, he is 6-3 at this point, so he is a very competent battler, and we've definitely got our hands full this week. So without wasting any more of your guys' time, why don't I go ahead and show you guys my team that we're bringing to the battle this week. Boom! We have got Ace, the Solgaleo, which hopefully you guys like my nickname theme this week. If you guys do understand my nickname theme, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to see who gets it. But we do have Ace, the Solgaleo, with the leftovers and the full metal body ability with the moves Sunsteel Strike, Flamethrower, yes, Flamethrower, you got that right, Substitute, and Stone Edge. With the Jolly Nature, 248 EVs into speed, because this man's speed is 97, Mimikyu's is 96. And Rayquaza's is 95. So we do just edge out Rayquaza and Mimikyu. Obviously, of course, if they're not Choice Scarf. I've never really seen a Choice Scarf Mimikyu, but I would not put it past him, once again, to be Choice Scarf Mimikyu. So that is something we got to keep in mind. But we should outspeed both of those mons unless they're Choice Scarf as well, obviously. So we got 248 EVs into speed to make sure we outspeed them if they're not Choice. The rest into attack. And then 8 EVs into HP with a Naive Nature, not Jolly. We are going Naive because I don't really expect or want Solgaleo to be taking special attacking moves this week. So if I suspect he's like a special Rayquaza or something, we definitely don't want to be taking special, flamethrowers or earth powers or things like that from Rayquaza. But most of his attackers that I'm worried about potentially hitting this thing are physical, so that's why I want to go Naive. And then it allows Flamethrower to do a little bit more damage. Potentially counters to Solgaleo, Chestnut. Obviously, Flare Blitz could do a lot as well, but it does recoil, and I'm not a huge fan of recoil moves, especially on a Chestnut where he could just go for Spiky Shield, and then he could hurt me even more than it does recoil, and then he can just Synthesis back up. So Not a big fan of that, but we do have Flamethrower, which hits Vikavolt on the special side, which its special defense isn't as good. It hits Metagross on the special side, which its special defense isn't nearly as good. And then, for instance, if he brings Ditto out against us, then our Flamethrower is going to do a lot against him. I mean, he's going to also do a lot to us, so we got to keep that in mind as well. But yeah, that is why I wanted to bring Flamethrower. It might potentially catch the Chestnut off guard. It might potentially catch the Vikavolt off guard. It might potentially catch the Metagross off guard. And then Sunsteel Strike is just a good stab move for the majority of his team, like the Mimikyu, like the Rayquaza, like the Crocodile, like the Mr. Rhyme, like the Lapras, like the Chestnut. It's still neutral on him. And then Alchemy, it's super effective as well. And then Stone Edge, because Rock goes into this man's team. If we can get Stealth Rocks up as well, that would be really huge because, like I said, Rock goes into this man's team. Let's see, he's got Rayquaza weak to Rock, he's got Vikavolt weak to Rock, he's got Mr. Rhyme weak to Rock, he's got Lapras weak to Rock, he's got Mega Charizard X weak to Rock. So that's 5 Pokemon weak to Rock that he likes to bring to his battles. So he does have a big Rock weakness, so I definitely see him coming strong with like a Defog or a Rapid Spinner or something to get rid of the Rocks. I can definitely see that for sure. But yeah, Rocks does go in on his team. Potentially, if we're in a bad matchup, we think he's going to switch in Solgaleo. Or if he thinks he's going to switch in to make a Charizard, we can go for Sub. He will outspeed us, but then we have a Sub up, of course, and then we can do a lot of damage with Stone Edge on the next turn. So that's what we got that for. And then, obviously, if you guys don't know this, I did mention Mimikyu has the Disguise ability. Sunsteel Strike is super effective on Mimikyu and actually goes through Disguise. So I'm low-key hoping Cahoots forgets that in this battle or overlooks it or something like that, because it'd be really cool to see Sunsteel Strike go through the man's disguise and absolutely destroy the Mimikyu. I would love to see that, not going to lie. No offense, Cahoots, if you're watching this right now, or Mimikyus out there of the world, but that's just what I would love to see. So Sunsteel Strike does negate opponent's abilities, which is pretty cool. Next up, we've got Grinch the Thunderous holding the heavy-duty boots with the Prankster ability and the moves Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, Hidden Power Ice, and Defog. Hidden Power Ice to potentially catch the Rayquaza, Hidden Power Ice to potentially catch the Crocodile, Hidden Power Ice to potentially catch the, what is that thing called? Chestnut, I was just saying it. So Hidden Power Ice could potentially catch those mons. Especially the Crocodile on a switch in if he thinks I'm going for Thunderbolt or Thunder Wave, because we remember now that we can't use a Prankster move on a Dark type. Now he's also a Ground type, so we obviously couldn't hit him with Thunderbolt or Thunder Wave anyway, but hey, that's what's there for him. Then we got Defog in this man, and potentially if he gets up Sticky Webs or some other kind of hazard, something like that, we need to get rid of him. We have Defog, Heavy Duty Boots, and then obviously it's Prankster priority, so no matter what, we're going to be able to get that off as long as we get into the turn. And he doesn't have a faster mon like Rayquaza with extreme speed, supposedly, I guess, could put a problem against that. It's something I literally just now thought about. But extreme speed obviously goes first all the time, and Prankster's only +1, so that is something we got to keep in mind. That is definitely something we got to keep in mind. But next up, we've got Bruce the Gliscor holding the Choice Scarf. Yes, you heard me, Choice Scarf. We are bringing Choice Scarf Gliscor back. I thought it put in so much work in our one battle earlier this season. I wanted to bring it back. As you guys can see, it will allow me to outspeed the Mimikyu, which we otherwise normally wouldn't. It will allow me to outspeed the Rayquaza, which we otherwise normally wouldn't. Of course, as long as those mons aren't Choice Scarfed. And with his EV spread, if he does want to choice one of his slower tier mons, like Lapras, like Mr. Rhyme, we will still outspeed them because I know he likes to Choice Scarf those slower mons. So obviously Ice absolutely bodies Gliscor. So if they are Choice Scarf, we will for sure outspeed them as long as we still have our Choice Scarf on, of course, with the moves Rock Slide, because once again, Rock goes into this man's team. Now, I could have run a stronger Rock-type move like Stone Edge, but Rock Slide is not a 2-hit kill on Rayquaza, but it does give me the flinch chance, which you guys know, once again, that battle, flinch chances are huge, and it does break Mimikyu's sub if we're in there against that, so if he goes for sub, we can use Rock Slide and break it, and also you can potentially flinch through subs. So that's another thing we got to keep in mind. So yeah, it doesn't quite do as much damage as I would like to do. Originally I had Adamant on this man as well, but I needed more speed because if our Choice Scarf does get knocked off, I want to make sure we outspeed the Crocodile as long as he's not Choice Scarf. So we're always going to outspeed the Crocodile as well. If he knocks off our Choice Scarf and he is not Choice Scarf, we will still outspeed the Crocodile, which is what I wanted. So even if we were Adamant, Max Attack, Rock Slide, it still wasn't a guaranteed 2-hit kill on Rayquaza. So hey, it's there to potentially catch it on switch and maybe surprise it, maybe get a little bit of damage off. If we get Stealth Rocks up as well, then potentially that damage really starts to rack up. And obviously, like I said, there is the flinch chance there as well. And U-turn just for switch initiative. I'm not 100% sure about it, but I do believe that Gliscor is going to be our lead this week. Pretty much no matter what. The only thing that really scares me is potentially a Scarfed Rayquaza. That is the only thing that really scares me, because if he's Scarfed and he's max speed, he will outspeed me because I didn't max speed. And if he's a special Rayquaza and he goes for Ice Beam, that's the end of Gliscor, just like that. So, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to be deleting this week is Gliscor. And potentially we have Stealth Rocks, U-turn for switch initiative if we don't like the matchup, something like that, and then Earthquake just for a strong stab type move. And that's what I like about Gliscor. Another thing, guys, I definitely could see, I guess I could do the team predictions for him down later on. So next up, as you guys can see, we have got Obstagoon back, baby. This man has been sitting on the bench since week 1. I really wanted to bring this man back. Oh, it has been a long time coming. Welcome back to the team. We got Lloyd, the Obstagoon, holding the Choice Scarf as well. Yes, we're doing something different this week. There have been some weeks we haven't even brought a Choice Scarf. Now we're pulling the cahoots out here. We got 2 Choice Scarfs. Not 1, but 2 Choice Scarfers on our team, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited about it. With the Defiant ability as well, not the Guts ability. So, if he is Intimidate, Crocodile, which, by the way, that's another thing I didn't mention. We are Hyper Cutter on Gliscor instead of Poison Heal. Hopefully he doesn't get Toxic this week. But we are Hyper Cutter, so if he is Intimidate Crocodile, which would be very good for him, I could definitely see him bringing Intimidate Crocodile. We are Hyper Cutter, so he can't lower our attack. And then, as well, we have Defiant on Obstagoon, so if he is Intimidate with his Crocodile, then our attack will be -1 because of the Intimidate, but then it'll jump up to +1 because Defiant, anytime one of our stats gets lowered, our attack goes up 2 stages. So that's really, really cool. And then also, if he goes for Sticky Webs, our speed will lower, of course, but then we will get a +2 in attack. And then obviously the Choice Scarf will make up for the Sticky Web, so then we'll be back to neutral speed. But I did not put enough speed into this thing to outspeed the Crocodile, so the Crocodile will, if he's max speed, will always outspeed us. But I did put enough into this thing that where he will outspeed a max speed Lapras, he will outspeed a max speed Mr. Rhyme. And if he is Choice Scarfed, obviously he outspeeds him anyway, but with the Choice Scarf, he still outspeeds the Mimikyu as long as it doesn't get knocked off. He outspeeds the Metagross, obviously outspeeds the Rayquaza, as long as it's not choiced, of course. There are a lot of contingencies there as long as they're not Choice Scarf. But hey, that's what we got Lloyd the Obstagoon for, with Stab Knockoff, Ice Punch for the Rayquaza, Ice Punch for the Crocodile, Ice Punch for the Chestnut, which, you know, we don't really want to stand in that matchup because he's fighting type, of course. We're quad weak to fighting. But hey, we can hit him with it. And then Ice Punch is neutral on the Mega Charizard. So Ice Punch, I'm really hoping that puts off work for us. And then Low Kick, which will be solid damage against the Crocodile, solid damage against the Lapras. And so yeah, it's just a coverage move there for us. Lapras is a heavy boy, so Low Kick will be maxed out at 120 base power for him. It's only 80 base power for the Crocodile, but Ice Punch will be neutral, or will be 75. So, but potentially if he expects like a close combat or something coming in, maybe he switches out into Mimikyu, but that's when we hit him with that Ice Punch. Or he expects, you know, a fighting type move, so he goes out to Rayquaza to resist that. And then we hit him up with that Ice Punch on the Rayquaza switch in potentially. And then Shadow Claw, which is just a coverage move. It's super effective against the Mr. Rhyme. It's super effective against the Mimikyu, of course. It's super effective against the Metagross, so it's just a coverage move there. I'm really excited about Obstagoon. I really hope he puts in work this week with the Choice Scarf and the Defiant Nature. I'm really, really counting on you, Cahoots, to bring Intimidate Crocodile. Just saying. For Hyper Cutter, Gliscor to pay off, and then Defiant Obstagoon to pay off. That's what I'm really counting on. Next up, we got Carl the Comfey holding the Life Orb with the Triage ability and the moves Draining Kiss, Hidden Power Rock. Not Hidden Power Ground, but Hidden Power Rock. Because once again, Rock goes in on this man's team. If he wants to switch in that Rayquaza, which he probably wouldn't because I have Draining Kiss, we'll hit him for super effective. Hidden Power Rock, super effective against the Vikavolt. Hidden Power Rock, super effective against the Lapras. Super effective against the Mega Charizard. And yeah, like for instance, Mega Charizard walls Comfey pretty well, but then if he switches in, especially if he's not Mega Evolved and he's still quad weak, oh my gosh, Hidden Power Rock just OHKOs that man. So that's, and then it's still super effective even in his Mega form, so that is something we have to keep in mind. Now, Metagross hard walls us so hard it's not even funny. But you know what? Hey, this is what we got Comfey for. And then Calm Mind potentially. If we can get up some Calm Minds, Draining Kiss is going to do so much damage against things. It's not even funny. It does a ton of damage against Rayquaza. It does a ton of damage against Crocodile. It does a ton of damage to Chestnut as well. So it can put in work. And then obviously it's priority. So it will outspeed, you know, Mimikyu's Shadow Sneak. If we're in that situation, it will outspeed Lapras's Ice Shard. It will not outspeed Extreme Speed on Rayquaza, but it will outspeed Bullet Punch on Metagross if we're in that situation and we think we're like, Metagross is on 5%, let's hit that Draining Kiss, you know what I mean? But hey, that's what it's there for. Calm Mind potentially. I thought about running Giga Drain as well for the Lapras specifically because Giga Drain would only be super effective. Well, it's also super effective on the Crocodile, but Draining Kiss does just as much. So we probably go for that because it gives us 75% of our health back. But I thought about Giga Drain just for Lapras, but I was like, it's not worth it to me just for the Lapras. But we do have Calm Mind on there. I had Leech Seed, but I was like, Leech Seed literally hasn't done anything for me all season long, so why start now? You know what I mean? So we got Calm Mind and Aromatherapy just in case we get paralyzed or burned or somebody puts us to sleep or we get frozen or something, because our luck, that's definitely going to happen to us. But that's what we got Aromatherapy on there for. And we are 224 EVs into Speed with a Timid Nature, which does allow us to outspeed Max Speed Rayquaza, of course, as long as he's not choiced. Max Speed Mimikyu, as long as he's not choiced. I'll have to check on that. For some reason, I'm like scared that I only did Rayquaza and not Mimikyu. But I'm pretty sure we will outspeed the Max Speed Mimikyu. I give up the Speed tier to the Mega Charizard. I'm not going to Max Speed just to potentially lose a Speed tie. I hate that. I hate that. So I'm just going to assume he outspeeds me. I don't want to bank on a Speed tie and then lose. You know what I mean? So that's what we got this for. And we don't like a Flare Blitz from a Mega Charizard X by the base of Comfey. We don't. So we only want to catch him on a switch in because he is going to outspeed us, we assume. And then we got Hidden Power Rock, which is super effective on switch in. But like I said, we don't want to stay in because we will die. Unless we're trying to sack Comfey, that is. But last and definitely not least, we have got Fletcher the Zeraora holding the Expert Belt with the Volt Absorbability and the moves Plasma Fist, Blaze Kick, Bulk Up, and Play Rough. Now, with our 28 EVs into Speed, it allows us to outspeed his fastest mon, Mega Charizard X. If Mega Charizard X is, you know, Jolly Max Speed, we will outspeed it. And with our 28 EVs, and we have the Adamant Nature with obviously 252 EVs into attack, and then the remaining EVs into HP just to help us live moves. We got Plasma Fist for coverage, coverage and stab, Blaze Kick for the Metagross, Blaze Kick for the Vikavolt, Blaze Kick for the Mr. Rhyme, Blaze Kick for the Chestnut, and then we got Plasma Fist again for coverage. Like I said, it's neutral on the Rayquaza, Mimikyu, Metagross, Mr. Rhyme, super effective on the Lapras. It is super effective on Charizard before he Mega Evolves. Then once he Mega Evolves, it's resisted. And then it's neutral on the Alchemy. And then Bulk Up, obviously, if we want to catch something on a switch, we can go Bulk Up, get our attack and defense up one stage, and then Play Rough, which is super effective on the Rayquaza. Play Rough is super effective on the Crocodile, and it's neutral on the Mega Charizard, which allows us to hit it for neutral. It's also super effective on the Chestnut, which has a little bit higher base power. So I don't know if we'll click Blaze Kick or Play Rough. Blaze Kick has a high critical hit ratio and a burn chance. So there is that. If we think he's going for Spiking Shield, we just Bulk Up though. Play Rough, they both have 90 accuracy, so we'll see what happens. But this is the team, guys. What are my predictions for his team? I definitely think Mimikyu's coming. I definitely think Rayquaza's coming. I could easily see him choice scarfing his Rayquaza or his Crocodile. One of the two I think is going to be choice scarf. And then obviously I could also see him choice scarfing Lapras. But I definitely think physical Rayquaza's coming, which even physical Rayquaza, if you go Adamant, his base special attack is still 135. So you can still put special moves on this thing and do a lot of damage. But the reason I think physical Rayquaza is definitely coming is because I obviously have Goodra, and if I'm an Assault Vested Goodra, I'm going to be living those special moves. I didn't do the calc, but I imagine I even live like a Specs Draco Meteor. Like, honestly, with my special defense and Assault Vest, I probably would from a Rayquaza. So if he runs physical Rayquaza, Scarf, one, he guarantees the outspeeds Goodra in case I try to Choice Scarf my Goodra with an Ice Beam and take him down to 1. He's Choice Scarf, so he will always outspeed me. And then physical, that way he will OHKO Goodra if I bring Goodra. So that is a big reason why I think physical Rayquaza is coming. And then also he gets V-Create, which is amazing. and puts in a lot of work against Solgaleo. So I definitely think Choice Scarfed Physical Rayquaza is a very, very good likelihood in this matchup. Metagross, I could see Metagross coming, but I know it'd be a baller move, but he doesn't like do enough for me. Like, maybe if he gets Ice Punch, honestly I have to look that up, because if he gets Ice Punch, then I could see him putting in work potentially with the Thundurus and with the Gliscor and with the Goodra if we bring Goodra. So I could definitely see Metagross coming, but otherwise it's just he can Earthquake Solgaleo, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure if he would bring Metagross or not. Like I said, I definitely could see Vikavolt coming. I definitely think Crocodile's coming. It'd be a mistake not to bring it. Stab Knockoff is really, really good. And once again, I can see him Choice Scarfing it. I can see him Choice Scarf Moxie. I can also see Intimidate. Mr. Rhyme is good. Lapras is good. Mega Charizard X, like I said, is super good. So my final predictions for his 6 mons are Mimikyu, Rayquaza, Vikavolt, Crocodile, Lapras, and Mega Charizard X. That's my prediction. Those would be the 6 I think most likely he would bring. We will see what happens when we get into the battle. Obviously, if he does, Flamethrower and Solgaleo is only for the Vikavolt, but hey, maybe we can burn something, you never know. But that's my predictions for the battle. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy the battle. This has been a long enough team preview, so why don't I go ahead and cut it short here. And I'll see you guys in the battle. It is Week 10, playoffs on the horizon, fighting for positioning. Wish me luck. Okay. No Mimikyu. This man. No Mimikyu. Okay. And he did bring the Metagross. Okay, we are recording. Look at this man not bringing Mimikyu. Are you kidding me, bro? And he did bring Metagross. Okay, hopefully we can handle this. I kind of want to lead, what's his face? I kind of want to lead Thundurus, but I just can't. I just can't lead Thundurus. He's got 3 Pokemon weak to rocks. I gotta try and get rocks up, especially the Charizard. I'm gonna lead Gliscor. He's got his lead. It's Metagross. I gotta get rocks up here. I just have to. He doesn't have a Defogger unless Rayquaza's is Defogger or Charizard's is Defogger. Let's go ahead and get Stealth Rocks up. Yeah, there's Ice Punch. That's fine. You know, Gliscor did his job. Is he banded? I gotta know if he's banded or not. That's really what I gotta know is Metagross. I thought he would probably have Ice Punch. Let's go Ice Punch. Hopefully he's banded here. He's probably not. Come on, it's a Metagross. Yeah, Ice Punch kills me with not even being banded, so... we're going to go out into Solgaleo. And we're going to click sub. See how it goes. Hopefully we get a good game here, guys. I don't know if it's going to live up to the hype. A lot of people are really hyped for this battle. We'll see what happens, man. We're not off to a good start. We did get rocks, which is important. We did get rocks, which is very important. Switch out, Cahoots. Switch out, Cahoots. You know you want to. What's he gonna do, guys? The pressure is killing me. The intensity is so high. He doesn't have a Defogger unless he's committed Rayquaza to being a Defogger or Charizard to being a Defogger, which I don't understand why he would do that. Hopefully it's Intimidate Crocodile. That way, potentially the Defiant on Obstagoon comes in clutch. No Mimikyu, though. That's the plays right there. I'm really glad I didn't put the Ghost-type Resistance Barrier on Solgaleo, because I almost did. I almost did. Okay, switches out into Rayquaza. We go for sub, which is perfect here. We click Stone Edge. We're going to find out if he's choiced or not. We better connect with this Stone Edge, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We better connect. Okay. Is he physical or special, Rayquaza? We better connect to the Stone Edge. We connect. Rayquaza's down, and we still have our sub up. That's huge. That is huge. Oh, man, that's huge. That is huge. If he's not Scarfed Crook, we're looking pretty good here. If he's not Scarfed Crook, we're looking okay here. If he's Scarfed Crook, that makes things a little bit more interesting. We'll find out. We will find out. It's a good lead with the Ice Punch. I'm glad he switched out. I don't know if he's banded. We still don't know because it O-code Gliscor regardless. If he was Adamant Max Attack, which I assume he would be as a Metagross. But we got Rocks up, ladies and gentlemen. That was the most important part of that. And if he's Choice Scarfed with his... If he's Choice Scarfed potentially with his Metagross, he put U. U is its name. That's awesome, Coots. So, if he is Choice Scarfed Metagross, he knows that we are Choice Scarfed Gliscor, which, you know, is dead now, so what does that even matter? He's really thinking about this one. We have him in a very tough spot. He's obviously seen that we've got Stone Edge, which is super effective on Charizard and Vikavolt. So he's in a tough spot here. And we do have Flamethrower if he decides to go into Ditto. We Sunstale Strike the Crocodile. We Flamethrower the Metagross. So we're sitting okay in this position right now. He's definitely really thinking about this one. He's got a very tough decision to make here. No Mimikyu. I'm very surprised to see that. We got the whole DTC up in here right now saying good luck. There's so much riding on this. A lot of people know this is a very important battle, win or lose. It really makes a difference on the playoffs for a lot of people. Potential seeding, whether people make the playoffs in general or not. A lot riding on this one. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. Q to Costa Rica was talking about doing like a live commentary. I don't know if he's still doing that or not. But he was calling this the like Super Bowl of the regular season. But once again, Coots is an incredible battler. He's 6-3 at this point. So hopefully we have a great battle here for you guys. But regardless, he's a great YouTuber and he makes awesome content. You guys won't regret it. Make sure you subscribe to him. The link for his channel is going to be down in the description below. Man, this man is really thinking about this play. He is really thinking about this play. He's like, if that's not Choice Scarf Metagross, he's like, why did I switch out right now? Oh, man. I had to go for it, though. I had to. I'm not really concerned about webs, obviously, for Solgaleo. We do our Defiant Obstagoon if he tries to get webs up. He goes Crocodile, so we're going to find out. He is Intimidate Crocodile. That is good to know. He is Intimidate Crocodile. Is he Choice Scarfed? He is Choice Scarfed. Okay. He's Choice Scarfed into Earthquake. He is Choice Scarfed into Earthquake. That is very good to know. He knows we're going to switch here. But what do we switch into? It more comes down to, he knows I'm going to switch. I only have one Earthquake immunity, so it's definitely going to be Thundurus. But what do we do with Thundurus once we switch out? Is the question. I'm going to make a call here. How much does Earthquake do to Obstagoon? Let's go Crocodile. Let's assume he's Adamant Max Attack. Let's assume he's Adamant Max Attack. Earthquake does... It's a roll. And we are Choice Scarf, so we should outspeed most things. I kind of want to go to Obstagoon here. I don't know who he's going to switch into, but I kind of want to go out to Obstagoon. No, because I feel like he might go out into the Bug. feel like he might go out into the bug. We got to go out into something that threatens. Or do we? Kommo-o, oddly enough, is... He's not going to kill me with an Earthquake. I might as well just stay in. Like, if Solgaleo goes down, how detrimental was that? I mean, actually, how much does he do to Solgaleo? Earthquake does way too much for my liking, so yeah, never mind. That's not a plan. He's probably going to either go out into Ditto or the Bug. And Power Ice is not doing enough to that man. He goes into Metagross. That's not good. That's not good, guys. We could have gone for Flamethrower. That's not good. We could have gone for Flamethrower. Let's go out into Thundurus. Actually, if he takes out Thundurus and then the Sticky Webs are up, that's kind of a problem. Oddly enough, I think Obstagoon is our best switch here. We'll see what happens. Ice Punch doesn't do that much to me. Okay, that's really good. Go out into Croak. I can click Close Combat here. Is Knockoff really the best play? Man. Mega Charizard. We'll outspeed the Charizard and we should 2-hit KO him. I kind of want to go Ice Punch, man. Predicting the Crook. But I'm going to save that play. I'm going to go Knockoff. I'm just going to go safe. I'm going to go Knockoff. I am Choice Scarfed, I believe. If he's max speed Metagross, I'm still going to outspeed him, right? He might... he can't be Choice Banned, right? We don't think he's Choice Banned, right? Let's do -1. Ice Punch. If he was Choice Banned, it would have done a lot more. Yeah, Ice Punch does 26 to 30. He did 28, so he's definitely not Choice Banned in Metagross. What is he? Is he Weakness Policy? Knockoff does a lot, but it doesn't OHKO. Yeah, I'm going Knockoff. Okay, it goes on to Ditto. Imagine if I went Close Combat there. Okay, we are Choice Scarf, so we know we're going to outspeed him. Okay, but that is unfortunate because... Can we afford to let Kommo-o go down here? Can we afford to let Kommo-o go down? That's what I want to know. I feel like he probably just clicks Knockoff too. This is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. Because Knockoff's going to do nothing to this man. He could click Close Combat here. Yeah, I'm going to go out into Kommo-o. He does not know that I'm Choice Scarf, by the way. Close Combat doesn't do too much. I want to go Hidden Power Rock just on the off chance that he goes out into Metagross. Or it goes out into Charizard, hopefully. He didn't go Knockoff, he still could. How much damage are we doing to... Let's go... Let's go Obstagoon. Let's only show imported sets, right? Let's go Obstagoon. His special defense is -1. How much damage is Kommo-o doing with a Hidden Power Rock? We're doing nothing with his special defense being -1. I'm clicking Hidden Power Rock. Ah, he goes out into Metagross. Okay, unfortunate. What did we do last time in this situation? Okay, so we know he's not banded. Is what we know. We've only seen Ice Punch on this man. How much does Meteor Mash do to Obstagoon? Let's not show imported sets. Metagross. Meteor Mash, we live Meteor Mash and we should outspeed him, right? Let's say he's Jolly max speed. And +1. Why is it not showing my imported sets only? We are going to outspeed. Right, I'm going to go back on Obstagoon. We're going to play this game again. Oh, he gets a crit, yo! Calm down with that. Okay, we went knockoff last time. We went knockoff last time, and he went out into, what, Ditto? I can't let him go out into Ditto. Guys, what do we do? This is a good battle. I'm really thinking about what to do here. I'm clicking knockoff. Man, if he goes out into the Obstagoon, I'm going to be very upset. I mean, he's going for Ice Punch. He knew Obstagoon was coming in and he clicked Ice Punch anyway. He didn't click Earthquake, he clicked Ice Punch. Is he Choice Scarfed into Ice Punch? He stays in, he lives. Lumberry. Okay, he went Earthquake, we're dead, that's fine. Okay, so we know we outspeed with Solgaleo. How much damage, Metagross? Thunderous. Hidden Power Ice. Should kill him. If he's max HP, maybe not, though. Ooh, I don't like those odds. It says we should kill, but man, I don't know what his investment is. Kommo-o. Do we think he's Choice Scarfed? I almost went out into Solgaleo, too. It's an interesting one. I could just go on to Solgaleo here and freely click Sunsteel Strike. He's surely not going to keep the Metagross alive. He's surely not going to keep the Metagross alive. I need something that outspeeds the Charizard and can do enough damage to the Charizard. I just realized I lost my 2 Choice Scarfers. So Ooh, that's actually a problem. I just realized I lost my 2 mons that outspeed the Charizard, so I gotta keep... How much does Kommo-o do to make a Charizard? Draining Kiss does 1/3 of his health, so it should do enough. We can always Thunder Wave him, so I gotta keep that in mind. This is tough, guys. This is really, really tough here. Metagross lives on switching from rocks, so he can still live, technically. Because I got into Kommo-o, then he switches in, what, the Charizard? The Vikavolt? I'm going out into Kommo-o. And I'm going to go Draining Kiss. We're going to see what happens. Okay, we do take him down, thank goodness. That was really close. His Crook is only at 28%, so that's important to know. He is still Choice Scarf, though. His item did not get knocked off. That's unfortunate. Defiant, Obstagoon, and Hypercutter Gliscor didn't even come into play here. Did not even come into play here. Okay, I outspeed Vikavolt if he goes into that. Okay, he goes into Vikavolt. Hidden Power Rock has a chance to 2-shot depending on what his investment is. How much is he? Oh my gosh, he's doing so much to me. Oh my gosh. Hopefully that wasn't a misplay, because that Charizard is still very threatening. How much does... How much does Thunderous's HP Ice? Ooh, it does not do enough, guys. It does not do enough. How much does Solgaleo do? If he's Choice Scarfed? Like, I gotta think of everything potentially for my man Cahoots here. If he is Choice Scarfed, his speed is 304, so Solgaleo still outspeeds, thank goodness. It's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. If I go into Solgaleo and I go for Flamethrower, the bug is dead. If he switches out into Ditto, the bug is dead. How much am I doing to Crocodile? Flamethrower should even kill him. Crocodile's a problem, man. Crocodile is a real problem. I think I only got one option here. I think I gotta go out into Zeraora. Click, what's this, the bug? Vikavolt. Ooh, I go out into Zeraora and click knockoff. Yeah, that's what I do. Click knockoff. He lets the bug go down. I think I make him choice lock himself. Let's see. If I make him choice lock himself into knockoff, it's just really going to come down to the wire, man. Earthquake 100% bodies me. He's Intimidate, not Moxie. Okay, so let's go Crook. Knockoff does a lot to me, but if he's locked into knockoff, let's say I go out into Thundurus here, he clicks knockoff. He is then going to two-shot Thundurus with knockoff. Then I bring Zeraora back in, and I just start clicking Play Rough. Because he's only going to do about 58% to me. I outspeed the Charizard, which Play Rough is not going to be enough to kill the Charizard. Right? I actually think he might have this. Yeah, Play Rough isn't going to be enough to kill the Charizard. Let's see, if I make him click Earthquake here. Oddly enough, my only two things... If I actually sack Solgaleo here... This is really tough, guys. If I sack Solgaleo here, he's choice locked into Earthquake. I go out into Thundurus, and I just click Hidden Power Ice. Which, how much does Hidden Power Ice do? Oh, it's such a close roll. But it should do enough. So if I sack Solgaleo, he's choice locked into Earthquake. I think Hidden Power Ice cleans up at the end. Hidden Power Ice and Zeraora clean up at the end. Yeah, that's what it's got to do. I got to keep an Earthquake. I got to keep a ground immunity alive and something that lives knockoff. So I got to go out into Solgaleo here and sack Solgaleo. I think that's what I got to do, guys. I go out into Solgaleo, he clicks Earthquake, he's choice Scarf, so then Solgaleo will die to the second Earthquake. Then I bring in Thundurus, I click Hidden Power Ice, and then I keep clicking Hidden Power Ice, and I keep clicking Hidden Power Ice. Let's go Ditto. Hidden Power Ice does not do over half, but wait, he's low, right? He's at 62%. Oh, but he can't do much to me. Right? Yeah, he can't do much to me. I think I gotta sack Solgaleo here. He clicked Earthquake. I just gotta rely on these 2 Hidden Power Ices to take out Charizard. If he like lives on 1, or if he's got more investment than he should, then it's a totally different ball game. But I think we win. Oh man, guys, are we still recording? This has been an epic battle so far. Great battle, Cahoots, man. This went back and forth, man. This went really back and forth. Great job. No matter who comes out on top, guys, you gotta appreciate an epic battle like this one. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane, man. This is such a great battle. It's such a great battle. If he's got Dragon Dance, it actually might not be over yet, because if he comes in, he clicks Dragon Dance on turn 1. Then he can Roost if he's got Dragon Dance and Roost. Yeah, I think I just gotta click Hidden Power. Yep. Tell me he doesn't have Roost. I think he wins. Unless this, yeah, I think he wins, guys. I think he wins. I think he wins. He goes Fire Punch. We actually live. Wow. That is huge. Oh, Cahoots, you got to Mega Evolve there, dude. If you Mega Evolve, I lose. Because you're going to outspeed Zeraora. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. Because now he can't click. Dude. Yeah, that sucks. If you Mega Evolve, I think you win there. The miss... I think. I'm pretty sure if he Mega Evolves, he wins there. Man, the plays, though. I could have went for Thunderbolt. He definitely would have been dead. Oof. Oof. That sucks, man. That sucks. Yeah, I knew Choice Scarf Croak was going to be a problem. I really wanted to knock it off, but you would just not let me do it, man. You would just not let me do it. Oh, man. That's... So he opted for Fire Punch. Let's go Thundurus, Charizard. This is not even going to let me do this. Yeah, Flare Blitz would have OHKO'd me, but he would have died, so... But then it would have just been Crook versus Zeraora. So I think... Yeah, you got to Mega Evolve there. Because Crook is Choice Scarfed. I mean, he's only seen one move from Zeraora, but... Yeah, he can't click Knockoff and Earthquake here, so... Essentially, his only option is to click knockoff, or I know he's Choice Scarf because he outsped Solgaleo. So his only option is to click knockoff, and if he's not Choice Scarf, then I clean up with, you know, Play Rough. But we click Hidden Power Ice here. He's going to have to click knockoff. Oh, man. Guys, what a battle, man. What a freaking battle. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. Last battle of the regular season. Last battle of the regular season. So he did have Dragon Dance. That was the play. Then he would outspeed Thundurus. I mean, I could have gone for Thunder Wave there. I almost did, man. I should have done it. Because if I would have done that, then it wouldn't have mattered regardless. At least I don't think. I mean, he could have fought through Paralysis, potentially. And then maybe still won that way. Wow. Epic battle. Epic battle. Oh, we're way up here in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, he says, I'm an idiot. I didn't Mega Evolve that. I threw the game. Yeah, that's tough, bro. That's tough. He clicked knockoff, right? Yeah, and I'll just go Play Rough here. Yeah, that's tough, man. Oh, I hate... guys, I hate winning. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I miss here, though... Oh, wait. 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 Adamant. That's the wrong Pokemon. Crook. Let's say he's Adamant. Knockoff does a max of 65. He did 55. Let's say I have no item anymore. Knockoff does a max of 44. Oh, man. Knockoff doesn't do enough to kill, does it? Ooh, I can't. I gotta go for Play Rough, man. I gotta go for Play Rough. I can't risk it if he's got max HP investment. I live! Oh my gosh, dude. Insane. Oh my gosh, that was crazy, man. Such a close battle. Once again, shout out to Cahoots. Both was Mighty Main misplays in there. You know, I hate winning, you know, because of misplays. I mean, Cahoots, if you're watching this right now, and we might be doing an interview, so I could have Thunder Waved you there, and then maybe you could have gotten Paralysis hacks, and then it would have ended up being the same. So look at it that way. So it's not like it's not like 100% you messed up, and no matter what happened, your mistake there at the end caused you to lose. Because if I would have went for Thunder Wave, because I thought about it, I was like, if he has Dragon Dance, I almost went for Thunder Wave, and so we don't know what would happen, obviously, if I went Thunder Wave. So, yeah, that was close, but I'm not going to keep you guys here any longer. We do finish 8-2. But shout out to Coots, a fantastic battler. I don't know the playoff standings, by the way, guys. I really don't know the playoff standings at this point. So follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, at MetaMech. And once I figure out the playoff standings, make sure we're in the playoffs. We're 8-2. I think we're locked in no matter what. So we should be going to playoffs next week, so that's very exciting. Hopefully we get to see my boys in there and have some more epic battles. We'll see what happens in the next one. I don't want to keep you guys any longer, but hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, you know what to do. Hit that like button, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on misplays I made, maybe misplays Cahoots made. It was an epic battle back and forth, but you hate to see it come down to something like that. But once again, if I would have went for Thunder Wave there, who knows what could happen. So you can always think about shoulda, woulda, coulda, but yeah, it's tough not to think about that one. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And also, like I said, follow me on Twitter. I'm just having a tough time wrapping this one up. It's late. I need to get to sleep. Peace.